Professor Laffer of the famous Curve has been visiting Britain and getting interviewed. Is the curve a myth or a valuable insight? His thesis is that as rates of tax go up, the revenue from the tax reaches a maximum and then falls, which might be true, but the effect will be different for different sorts of taxes. The maximum would be different for a window tax than for a tax on clocks. One just led to bricked up windows, but the other pretty much wiped out the British clock industry. That was in 1797, by the way. Of course, nowadays we're wiser and just tax work and everything else as well. Debate on the subject has polarised on political lines. Critics point out that the Laffer curve doesn't show what the optimum rate would be. Supporters haven't noticed that there actually is a mechanism to explain it. The Laffer curve is an effect of Ricardo's law of rent. If you watch a video on Ricardo's law, there are lots on YouTube, including one on my channel, not the best but it's short. You'll see that taxes on wages, goods and services force marginal land below the margin. The land cannot be used for any economic activity, as production never reaches the break-even point because of tax. This is the notorious deadweight loss. Not only does the tax shrink the pie, the grey is the deadweight loss due to the tax, it also means that a larger portion of the pie must be taken. It's the story of Britain's deprived regions. Sunderland, British Home Stores had just shut up shop when I took this picture, and Newcastle with empty offices galore. Cornwall, here's Redruth with the defunct mining exchange and charity shop in the High Street. But the curve doesn't apply anyway to a tax on land values, since there is no deadweight loss. The curve is a straight line and looks like this. The yield drops off at the top because land values cannot be measured to better than a few percent. Laffer's proposal for a flat tax on incomes is useless because it takes no account of how the incomes have come in. When the tax is on earned wages, it still results in a deadweight loss, at any rate higher than 0%. It still shrinks the pie. Does Laffer understand his theory?